Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Frazier Field for Greater Boston League Baseball. Lynn English trying to get a little closer to 500. They're 2-4, taking on Revere, who's trying to get to 500. They're 3-4. Gamaliel Calderon on the mound, throwing to Elian Pena behind the plate. English trying to make it 2 in a row here at Frazier Field for Lynn teams. The game before this, a very quick St. Mary's 1-0 win over Masconomet. Ollie Zvatser, the second baseman, will be the hitter. And we're underway. The first pitch is low for a ball. Catching over at Manning Field, Lacrosse. In for a strike. Calderon, tall right-hander. Good curveball, backing away from it, caught the inside corner. Svetzer bailing out. Chop foul towards the English dugout. The ball on the play, they threw it. Umpire gave Calderon a baseball, then they threw the baseball that went out of play back to him, so now they're checking to see which baseball they're going to use. The 1-2 pitch up and coming. Swing and a miss. Cal Cummings, the shortstop, will be the hitter. High and tight for a ball. Esteban Paula, been around for a while, coaching Lynn English, former English player. Good fastball for a strike. That one bounces, and it kind of goes 2-1. Over the head of Cummings. Yeah. Wake him up a little bit. And that's ball 4. So Cummings becomes the first base runner, drawing a walk. Braden Sack, the catcher, will be the hitter. Off the catcher's glove, not far enough for anybody to go anywhere. High and tight for a ball. The runner takes off, got a great pitch to run on. It went to the backstop. So he had stolen base easily. Missing for ball 4, so after a strikeout, back-to-back walks. He'll bring up the pitcher, Dom Bellia. He can help himself here with 2 on and 1 out. Calderon might be overthrowing just a bit. Got a big strikeout to start the game. And he hasn't been close since. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2. Hit. They make the play at second, and they throw the ball away. They had a double play, but they threw it high to first. Good throw at first. They had an easy double play. They threw it high and away. So there's 2 outs with first and third for Joe Angulo, the center fielder. In for a strike. In for a strike. The ball got away. They throw it to third. The runner at third thought the ball went a little bit further. He went halfway home and had a scurry back to third. And the count's 0-2. The 2-strike pitch up and coming. English had to walk off. They thought they had a strikeout. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Strike 3 called. So he starts with a strikeout, ends with a strikeout. In between, he walked a couple. But English gets out of the first inning, giving up no runs. And we'll move into the bottom half of the first. It'll be Galva, the center fielder, leading off. Jariel Benson, the third baseman, will hit second. Pitching and batting third, Gamaliel Calderon. The shortstop, Kenry Manzanilla, will hit in the cleanup spot. Gilbert Galva, the first baseman, will hit number 5. DHing, hitting 6th, Wilfred Perez, batting for the left fielder, and Andres Figueroa. Second baseman, Sanders Richardson, will hit number 7. Batting 8th and catching, Elian Pena. And bringing up the tail end of the batting order, batting 9th and playing right field, Jordan Hernandez. Dom Bellia on the mound with Brandon Sack doing the catching for Revere. They'll be right back here. I don't know if it's Wednesday, but it's very quickly they'll be back here taking on Lynn Classical. The lights haven't really taken effect yet because the sky is still bright. So it looks a little dim down in the field. These two teams got a bit of a break because the game prior to the St. Mary's and Masconomet, 4 o'clock start, didn't start till almost 5 o'clock. Again, bus problems. And these two teams were very lucky. The first game, 1-0. St. Mary's went very quickly. Otherwise, this game could have started. It's starting a little after 7. It could have started 8 o'clock or so. Up and away for a ball. Galva, the center fielder, leading it off. High for a ball, 2-0. In for a strike. They haven't turned the lights on at Manning Field yet, and they're playing lacrosse over there. I don't know why they haven't turned the lights on. High for a ball. Goes after it, hits it in the air. Left fielder comes on and makes the sliding catch. Annunziati had to be worried about the shortstop going out. So Galva gets underneath it and flies to the left fielder. Jariel Benson, the third baseman, will be the hitter. High for a ball. So again, I don't know why they haven't turned the lights on at Manning. They're playing. In for a strike. Swing and a pitch. Wave right through that one. Nice shot in the right field for a base hit. Well, Benson gets the first hit of the game. They match Revere, who put a base runner on with 1 out. And Calderon, the pitcher. will be the hitter. Solid shot into right field by Benson. In for a strike. High for a ball. Throw over, gets away. That's going to move the runner down. So the error on the throw by the pitcher gives English a runner in scoring position. And Calderon with a base hit could give himself a lead. On the inside corner for a strike. Good pitch by Bellier. Way up off the catcher's glove. Calderon asked for time and got it. Hit in the right field for a base hit. They're waving the runner home. Now they hold him up. Good thing they did. So it's first and third with one out for the Bulldogs. Henry Manzanillo, the shortstop, will be the hitter. Let's see what English does with first and third. I'm not sure they'll run with. It's the pitcher at first base. Now, looks like they're going to have a pinch runner. So they'll run for Calderon. I think it's Beato running, and he takes off and steals second base. So Eward Beato running at first. So now it's second and third with one out. Foul tip. And it goes 0-2 to Manzanillo. So after a fly out, back-to-back hits, an errant throw at first. Now a stolen base, and it winds up second and third. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout. Two-way. Gilbert Galva, the first baseman. Trying to get English on the board. Off the catcher's glove, way up in the air. The wild pitch is going to score a run. High off the catcher's glove, went to the backstop. Benson scores easily. English grabs a 1-0 lead. Hit up the middle for a base hit. Galver, a big 2-out hit. Beato, the pitch runner, scores the run to make it 2-0. Wilfredo Perez, the DH, hitting for the left fielder, Andres Figueroa. In for a strike. So the stolen base paid off after the wild pitch. Scores on the base hit. Hit to right. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Galva hustles over to third. Perez keeps the inning alive with a base hit. And Sanders Richardson, the second baseman, will be the hitter. In for a strike. A lot of different teams here. Some of the players from Malden just showed up to watch the game. In for a strike. Shaq having trouble holding on to the baseball. Some of the St. Mary's players stayed to watch the game. And sitting on the Revere side. Hit foul back. Count stays 0-2. Waves at that pitch. It broke way down and away. Chased it, couldn't catch it. So 2 strikeouts in the inning, but he gave up 3 hits. English jumps on top. They get 2, and it's English 2, Revere nothing at the end of 1. 6, 7, 8 for Revere as we start the second inning. Ish Algabi, the third baseman, will lead it off for the Patriots against the Bulldogs. That one goes down and into the backstop. I was questioning the lights at Manning, and now the lights are coming on at Manning Field. They've been playing lacrosse for a long time with no lights, and it's almost pitch black over there. High for a ball. 3-1 the count. And that's ball 4. Leadoff hitter walks. Third walk given up by Calderon. George Papalambros, the first baseman, takes the pitch for a strike. In for a strike again. He was backing away. High for the ball. Swing and a miss again. He backed away and swung through it. Oh, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. It's either a feast or a famine for Calderon on the mound. Nick Rupp, the right fielder, is the hitter. Now, swing and a miss. Looks a lot brighter now over at Manning with the lights on. Chase, that pitch was way up and away. That one goes to the backstop. Algabi moves over to second base. Way up and in for a ball. I think he just saw his life pass in front of him with that pitch way up, head high, way inside. Chase, that pitch was way over his head. Frankie Annunziata. The left fielder is the hitter. Slices it foul off to the right side. They're going to hold up while the right fielder gets that foul ball. Way late swing on that pitch. Backing away. They're not stepping to the pitcher, they're stepping towards the English dugout. Off the catcher in the turf. Another wild pitch. Moves the runner to third. Top of the order, Ollie Zvatser on deck. Right down the middle, taking a look. He walks, leadoff hitter, strikes out the next three. Revere gets a runner as far as third. Eight, 9, and 1 for English as we start the second inning. Elian Pena, Jordan Hernandez, and then back to the top of the order, Gilmer Galva. Again, English trying to get a little bit closer to 500 to 2 and 4. And again, we're trying to get to 500. They're 3 and 4. Few fans here for the night game. Pretty good crowd for the St. Mary's game against Masco at 4. In for a strike. Pena is the Bulldog catcher. Two quick strikes, good pitch on the outside corner, 2 of them. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts, one to end the first, one to start the second. Jordan Hernandez, the right fielder, will be the hitter. It's wide for a ball. High and tight for a ball. In for a strike on the corner. I don't believe they finally turned the lights on at Main Field for that lacrosse game, and the game is over. They played in the dark. Foul tip held on to by the catcher. Hits it in the left field for a base hit. So they start the second the way they started the first, an out and a hit. Gilmer Galva, fly to left. Leading off the first inning for the Bulldogs. That pitch was way up and away. He needed a longer bat to reach it. He tried to bunt it. Tipped it foul to the backstop. High for a ball. Hit high in the air to left field. Couple of steps back, couple of steps forward. Actually fell down, throwing the ball back. And Uziati makes the play. So Galba flies out to Annunziata for the second time. Terrio Benzin singled and scored the first run. Hangs up and away for a ball. Up and away for a ball. Out at second base. Nice throw, nice tag by the shortstop Cummings. So they get a hit, but Belia faces only 3 hitters in the inning. We played 2 in this Greater Boston League battle. English 2, Revere nothing. Top of the order for Revere as we start the 3rd inning. Ali Zvatser struck out swinging, starting the ball game. Low for a ball. Fishing for ball 2. In for a strike. Revere's fans thought it was 3-0. Down the middle for strike 2. Evens the count. Wide for a ball. Hit the deep shot. Safe at first base. He would have been out. That's an error. They threw the ball in the dirt. He was out at first base. They bounced the ball to first base, off the first baseman. If he catches it, the hitter is out. It looked like an infield hit. It turns into an error. Kyle Cummings drew a walk. He wound up at third base. But Calderon struck out the last batter in the first inning to leave him there. Hit foul to the screen. In for a strike. Missed for a ball. English wanted that one. Tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. And it's 1-2. Up and away for a ball. Missing, he had him 2 strikes. Now he's got to come in with a pitch or put him on. Swing and a miss. Started to run to first, but he can't go with a runner at first. 6 strikeouts for Calderon. Braden sacked the catcher through a walk. Here's 1 trip. High chopper. They only have 1 play. That's at first base. So it's not a sacrifice, but it works the same. Runner at second now with 2 outs. Dom Bellia, the pitcher, bounced into a fielder's choice. In for a strike. This is really a wacky night. Manning Field lacrosse game. Played the virtual entire game in the dark. The lights come on, the game was over. Then all the players went to the bus, and the bus has been sitting in the parking lot for like 20 minutes, and it's now finally pulling out. They turned the lights on. I don't know what they were doing in the bus, but the bus is finally leaving. Curveball catches the inside corner. He was backing away. And the count is 1-2. It almost looks like, I don't know if they came and tried. Oh, it looks like they're towing the bus away. It looks like 2 buses. Maybe that's why they got stuck there. The bus must have broken down. And they brought another bus to tow it out. Because it's like 2 buses pulling out. Hit right to the second baseman. Bobbled it, stays with it. Solid shot by Belly, but he hit it right to the second baseman. Couldn't have been a better spot. So the error is left on base. First inning, he didn't walk a batter. Did pick up a strikeout. He's got 6. And we'll move into the bottom half of the third. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for English. Bellier will start his 3rd inning of work. He gave a leadoff hitter in the 2nd and 3rd with a walk and an error, but he got out of the inning. He gave up to 2 runs in the first inning with 3 hits, helped up by an error at first base and a wild pitch. Benson throws right, bats left. In for a strike. Popped up. And not enough time for the third baseman to go get it over by the English dugout. He was off the bag a little bit for a left-handed hitter. Missing inside for a ball. Took something off. He was way out in front of it and swung through it. Fourth strikeout for Palia. In for a strike. Solid shot right at the first baseman. Got all of that one, and it bounced right into the lap of the first baseman, Papalambros. So you get a good pitch, you hit as high as you can, hope you get lucky. Calderon got 2 out of 3. And he's the second out of the inning. Manzanillo struck out, swinging his first trip. Hits it high and deep to left field. Long run. It's out of the ballpark for a home run. He got all of that one just inside the foul pole. Got out in front, pulled it right down the line, stayed right inside the foul pole over the fence. Gilbert Galva singled in a run, his one trip. So Manzanillo went from a swinging strikeout to a home run. Talk about climbing the mountain. Two in a row, up and out of the strike zone. Sack is out to talk to his pitcher, settling him down after he gave up the home run and threw 2 pitches way out of the strike zone. Swing and a miss. Up and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Comes back and gets him. 2 strikeouts the inning, but he gives up the home run. Five strikeouts through 3 innings for Palia. He's on the short end of a 3-0 game. 3-0 English over Revere at the end of 3. We'll start the 4th inning. Joe Angulo, center fielder, was called out on strikes his 1 trip. Takes the pitch for a strike. So strikeouts have been in vogue. Calderon has 6. Palia has 5. 2 quick strikes. Miss low for a ball. High for a ball. Evens the count at 2. Missing again. So he had him 2 strikes. Now he's got to come in with a pitch. Hit foul up in the seats. Missing for ball 4. So for the 3rd inning in a row, Revere has the leadoff hitter on. Fourth walk issued by Calderon. Missing for a ball. Line shot, caught, and they hit the runner going back to the first base bag. I don't know if it hit him in the head. He's down flat at first base. Manzanello picked the ball off the turf at shortstop. It looks like he's okay. He's up, he's back on the base. They looked like they were going to get a double play. They fired the ball to first. It hit, I don't know if it hit him in the head or up around the back as he was diving back to first base. And he stayed down like he was flat on the turf. Now he's up with the English trainer checking him out. He was way off the base. And it looked like they were going to get a double play. Manzanello did a nice job picking it off the turf, right around his ankles. So he's going to stay in the game. He's okay. Thank God. Revere is without their head coach. He got suspended for a game for being thrown out the last game. So there's one out with the runner at first. He was stepping away with that pitch. There was no way. If that was a strike, he was not going to hit it. He was backing towards the English dugout. George Papalambros struck out swinging. His one trip. These next three hitters are the three hitters that Calderon struck out back to back to back after issuing a walk in the second inning. Hit foul to the backstop. Again, backing away, the pitch was low. He tipped it, but I don't know how he can possibly keep the ball in play. He's backing away. He's stepping almost out of the batter's box to his left, swinging at the pitch. And here he goes again. Not coming anywhere close. Nick Rupp, the right fielder, struck out swinging. The runner takes off in easily with a stolen base. So for the fourth inning in a row, Revere has a runner in scoring position. Way up and in. And this is another hitter for Revere that's stepping back and away from home plate, trying to hit the baseball. Rupp draws the second walk in the inning. So Calderon has struck out 7, but he's walked 5. Frankie Annunziata was called out on strikes. Off, the catcher will move the runners up. 1-0 the count to the Patriot left fielder. And this is another hitter. They do the same thing. That front foot, their front foot, instead of stepping toward the pitcher, they're taking a foot or two steps to their left, backing up. You can't possibly hit the baseball like that. Not with any success. Way inside for a ball. Third walk in the inning has loaded the bases with 2 outs for the leadoff hitter, Ollie Schwarzer, who was struck out and reached on an error. Coach Pollard out to talk to the troops. They break it up just as the umpire was coming out to break it up. So Revere trying to get on the board with 2 outs to walk. A line drive that could have been a double play. It would have wound up ending the inning because the next hitter struck out would have been the 3rd out. But the runner was safe at first base. So with 2 outs, but then back-to-back walks have extended the inning and loaded the bases. Hit up the middle. They step on Manzanello. Manzanello fielded it, and as he was running by, he just stepped on second base. So Revere threatens. But they leave the bases loaded. Revere still hasn't got a hit. They threatened every inning, but that's because Calderon has walked 6. He struck out 7 and walked 6, along with an error. So they've had runners in scoring position every inning. 3 of the 4 innings they've had a runner at third, and they haven't scored yet, and they don't have a base hit yet. And it'll be 6, 7, and 8 for English as we start the bottom of the 4th inning. Wilfredo Perez, the DH, hitting for the left fielder Figueroa, followed by Sanders Richardson and Elian Pena to face Tom Belia, who will starting his 4th inning of work. So the lights have taken effect for a while. We mentioned a strange night over at Manning Field. They finished and played the game virtually in the dark. They finally turned the lights on, and as they turned them on, the players were leaving the field, ending the game, and going to the bus and going home. And now the lights are still on over there. Wide for a ball to Pena, who got a base hit his 1 trip. Gilmer Galver's going to warm up in the English bullpen. got way out in front of that one and fouled it way off to the left side. Swing and a miss. He took something off. Pena way out in front of it. So he keeps his record intact. He's got at least one strikeout in every inning. That was his 6th. Sanderson Richardson struck out swinging. In for a strike. Missing wide for a ball. Missing wide again. Same place, 3 in a row, just missing. And after a strike, 4 in a row. Puts Richardson at first base with the walk. Elian Pena, the catcher, struck out swinging. Sacked the catcher out to talk to his pitcher. And now Confab going to go out on the mound as the coaches come out. One coach comes out. We're in the bottom of the 4th. English got 2 in the first and got a big home run by Manzanillo in the 3rd over the left field fence. And that's where we are, 3-0. English has a runner at first with 1 out. So that was a quick trip out to the mound. First baseman diving back. At first, there was no throw. Balia just stepped off the rubber. And Richardson was diving back to first base. High for a ball. In for a strike. Missing wide for a ball. Boy, it hasn't been missing by much. To walk to Richardson, he threw 4 pitches, just missing the outside corner. That one bounces, gets away. The runner's going to keep going all the way to third. Out at third base. What a throw by Shaq, the catcher. What a throw to the third baseman. El Gabi made a nice tag. Richardson kept going. I'm going to go to third. Perfect throw to third base. They laid the tag on. He's out at third. And that one hits Pena up around the shoulder. So the walk is wiped out on an outstanding throw by Shaq. He was halfway to the Revere dugout. Juan Reyes will run for Pena at first base. So that was a long throw to third base. He put it right on the money. And El Gabi, all he had to do was lay the ball down and tag the runner coming in. Again, the runner dives back at first, but there's no throw. LEHS just stepped off. High for a ball. Hernandez, the right fielder, singled and was thrown out trying to steal second. Another nice play by the catcher, Sack. In for a strike. That one breaks down and away. Hit back foul. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. On the inside corner, strike 3. They catch him looking. So they get a walk and a hit batsman. The walk is thrown out, trying to go from first to third on a wild pitch. And the hit batsman is stranded at first. We've completed 4 in this battle between Greater Boston League teams. English leading Revere 3-0. 2-3-4 for Revere as we start the 5th inning. Kyle Cummings, the shortstop, has walked and struck out swinging. Both pitchers have struck out 7. That one bounced out in front of home plate. Went to the backstop. I found out from some of the Classical players running on Classical's baseball team lost to Medford. So English is trying to make it 2 out of 3 with St. Mary's winning the game here. That's another one. That had the umpire bailing out as it bounced and off, deflected, and went to the English dugout. High for a ball, 3-0. And on 4 pitches, Cummings draws a walk. So it really is a feast or a famine. He struck out 7 and walked 7. And brings a visit out to the mound. He's pitching a no-hitter, but he's walked 7. And I think Gil McGalva, the center fielder, is going to be the new pitcher coming in. They're calling him in. Looks like Hernandez is going to move over to center field. And that would probably mean that Calderon would probably, and it is, Calderon is going to go to right field. So Calderon goes 4 innings. Doesn't give up a run, doesn't give up a hit. Struck out 7, but he walked 7. The only other base runner was an infield error. And now Galva will be the pitcher. Calderon goes to right fielder. Hernandez goes to center field. And Brandon Sack, the catcher who made that great defensive play, he has walked and grounded to second. He also threw a runner out stealing. Down and away for a ball. Hit. Nice play by the second baseman. Richardson had to go a long way to his left. He wasn't playing that far to his left for a right-hand hitter. He went way to his left and made a very nice defensive play. That looked like a base hit into right field. It's taken away by Richardson. So for the 5th inning in a row, Revere has a runner in scoring position. Dom Balia, the pitcher, has reached center fielder's choice, grounded out second and first. High for a ball. Hit to third. They hold the runner. They throw the runner out. And then the runner goes to third safely. So Cummings hesitated. They held him at second, but when they made the throw to first, he took off. So he's in at third. Two outs for Joe Angulo, who was struck out and walked. Way up and in. Came awful close to a hit batsman. Pitching inside. In for a strike, taking all the way at 3-0. Hit the shot. They throw it away. Second baseman was late getting to the bag. They threw it to the bag, and they threw it behind the second baseman in the right field. So the run scores on the error. The runner goes to third. And all of a sudden, without a hit, Revere has the tying runs on base. George Papalambros has struck out swinging twice. And I feel like I broke a record, but he's one of those hitters that takes a big step to his left, almost out of the batter's box. That makes it very tough to hit the ball. Hit off the third baseman. Revere scores another run on another error. Now the runner goes to third. Coach Paul is coming out. They thought they had him in third. So English being very gracious guest in this fifth inning. 2 walks, 2 errors. All of a sudden it's a 1-run game and the tying runner's at third base. He didn't pay attention to the runner. He took off and went to third. Nick Rupp has struck out and walked. Swing and a miss. Hit the second base. They'll get the third out going to first. But English let Revere back in the game. 2 runs on no hits. 2 walks, 2 errors. And all of a sudden, going into the bottom half of the fifth, it's a 3-2 game. So Calderon, the pitcher, is off the hook. He looked like he could get the win if Galva could hold on. Now he's going to hope that that lead holds up as Revere has put 2 on the board, thanks to the very gracious host, the Bulldogs, giving him 2. And for that inning, Ole Miss the momentum changed sides. It'll be the top of the order for English in the bottom of the fifth. Gilmer Galva, Chariel Benson, Camalia Calderon. Calver has been up twice, flied to left field twice. Swing and a miss. Galver was the center fielder. He's now the pitcher. Gets the bunt down. They're not going to get him. He beat it for a base hit. Perfect bunt down the third base line. He can run, beat it easily. Terrell Benson singled and scored, struck out swinging. Way up and in for a ball. Second base is playing a very deep second base. He's almost in the outfield. Stepping off, trying to keep Galva close. The runner takes off, swing and a miss. Easily in with a stolen base. That noise you hear are all the English fans down behind third base. Off-speed curveball just floated in. Off the catcher. Galva will go over to third on the wild pitch. Down and in. And they call it strike three. That's a little bit of a late call. I thought he called it a ball. He called it strike three. 8 strikeouts for Belia. Camalia Calderon singled and scored. It was actually Bieto running for him that scored. Last time up, he hit it solidly, but hit it right to the first baseman for the out. So that was it. I thought he called the pitch a ball. So a little late call, he called it a strike for strike three. Hit up the middle for a base hit. And those fans are really going wild down behind third base. Henry Manzanello has gone from down to up. Struck out swinging, hit a home run over the left field fence. High for a ball. Hit high in the air. Center fielder almost over to left field. He went a long way to track that one down for the second out. Gilbert Galva singled in a run, struck out swinging. Pitching the turf for ball one. There's probably 25 or 30 fans behind the third base sitting in the stands. Make it sound like there's 10,000 people here. They're really rooting English on. Hit down the right side. It's going to go out of play down that grassy knoll behind first base. Over the fence for a home run. Just inside the foul pole. The English has got their lead back. Second home run of the night. And the fans are going crazy. So they had 3 runs coming into this inning. They get 3 runs in the inning. Revere cut that 3-run lead to 1. English now pushes it to 4. Galva got all of that. He ripped it down the left field line just inside the foul pole. I don't know if they broke any windshields out there with the cars parked out there. Up and away for a ball. Chopped foul. So a leadoff single by Galva. Steals second, goes to third. No out. Pitch scores on the base hit by Calderon. And after the second out, Galva hits a 2-run shot over the left field fence. In for a strike. Breaks down and away for a ball. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wide for a ball. Sack wanted that pitch. He doesn't get it. The walk to Perez extends the inning. We're going to trip out to the mound by Revere. So Revere was excited. They got back in the game. They cut it to 3-2. The momentum looked like it was squishing sides. And then all of a sudden, here comes English scoring 3 here. Now the walk extends the inning. And Sanders Richardson, who was struck out and walked, will be the hitter. He walked and then he got thrown out. A wild pitch, he went to second, but he tried to continue to go to third. Sacked the catcher, made an outstanding defensive play, throwing a dot to the third baseman, El Gabi. And he threw him out at third. High and tight for a ball. He's the 7th hitter in the inning. Down and in for a ball. Swing and a miss. Chased the pitch, it was up and in. Down and away for a ball. Good curveball for a strike. Pitching for ball 4. The beat goes on for the Bulldogs. And we'll get another trip out to the mound. And that's going to mean a change of pitching. Third baseman, Ish El Gabi, traded places with Balia. And he'll face Elian Pena, who was struck out swinging, got hit by a pitch. Now there was, umpire went out questioning something about the glove or whatever with El Gabi. Everything is okay, we'll get back to baseball. So Balia goes 4 2/3, 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 walks, hit a batter, struck out 8. Hit foul, and it's 1-2. Yeah, now at the last minute, we're going to get a pinch runner at second base. Curveball hangs inside. And we got deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. And the count goes full, so the runners will be off and running. This thing for ball 4. Back to back to back walks after that 2-run home run. Bryant Santana is hitting for Jordan Hernandez. And Vieto was going to run at first base. For the catcher Pena. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. In for a strike. Wide for a ball. So Gabi has come on to walk 2 in a row to load the bases in relief. In for a strike. Top of the order, Gil McGalver on deck. Santana is the 9th hitter in the inning. So they batted around. And that's a call, 3rd strike. So they finally get out of the inning, but not before English puts 3 on the board. They led 3-0 for a while. Revere cut to 3-2 to get within a run. English gets their biggest lead of the night. They now lead by 4. It's English 6, Revere 2 at the end of 5. Gil McGalver will start inning for the first time after coming into relief. Nine, 1, and 2 for Revere. Frankie Annunziata has struck out and walked. Hits it right to the second baseman. So one pitch, one out. Hit it well, but hit it right at Richardson. Ollie Spatzer has struck out, reached on an error, and reached on the fielder's choice. He's the second baseman for Revere. As it darkens a little bit as they finally shut the lights off over at Manning Field. In for a strike. Curveball bites the outside corner for a strike. Swanson didn't think so. High for a ball. Hit foul. High again. High goes to the backstop. The one good thing about the doubleheader tonight is the weather is turned completely. I was wearing 2 jackets and gloves and freezing up here in the press box. It's been comfortable. It's not great. Benson takes his time. He had plenty of time. The ball was hit hard by Zavada. The play goes 5-3 for the second out. But the temperature was probably in the 40s with the wind blowing, and it was extremely cold. And I mean, it's still not great weather, but it's nowhere near what we went through the first couple of weeks. Especially now at night with the sun going down. The night games we did was bitterly cold. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. Kyle Cummings walked, struck out. His walk started the 5th inning when Revere got their 2 runs with 2 walks and 2 errors. Swing and a miss. Catches the inside corner for strike 2. Didn't miss by much. Again, tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Strike 3 called, and he doesn't like that. A 1-2-3 inning for Galver and the Bulldogs. And Revere is down to their last 3 outs. We'll move into the bottom half of the 6th. It'll be the top of the order. It was the top of the order in the 5th. They batted 9 and scored 3 runs and left the bases loaded. And El Gabi will start an inning. He came in relief. He gave up a couple of walks, extended the inning, but got out of it with a strikeout. The damage was the 2-run home run by Gilbert Galva off Belia. Eagles 3 outs away from their third win, getting a little closer to 500. Revere was looking to go to 500. They're 3 outs away from dropping to 3-5. First game we had tonight, St. Mary's and Mascadom, it went extremely quick. 1-0 St. Mary's. This game has been a little bit long with a lot of walks. 11 walks, a hit batsman, a couple of errors. The bunt, perfect, absolutely. His second bunt hit. He bunted the last time up. He bunts again and beats it, and that's the way he started the fifth, and he scored the first run. Perfect bunt down the third base line. Did they call him out? They called him out for being out of the batter's box. He was out of the batter's box. So he had a perfect bunt for a base hit, and they called him out of the batter's box, so he's out. Way wide for a ball. So you know, Benson singled and scored. Last 2 times up, he struck out. 1 swinging, 1 called. Swings and misses at that pitch. This is his first at bat against El Gabi. It's El Gabi. I'm not sure where he's from, or his family is from. Solid shot to right field down the line. It's going to go all the way to the fence. He can fly. He was going to keep going, but they held him up. He's got a double. Solid shot by Benson, his second hit. He got all of that one and drilled it a bounce or two to the fence. Gamble at Calderon. Singled and scored. Hit a shot, 1 hop to the first baseman for the out, and then singled in a run and walked around on Galva's 2-run home run. So he's scored 2, and he's knocked in a run. Actually, Vieto running for him scored the run. The first time he ran for himself. Actually walked around for himself with the home run. In for a strike. pitching inside. I'm not sure what they just called. The pitcher didn't throw a pitch. They're calling strike 3. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what he called. They didn't throw a pitch. It's going to be a strikeout for El Gabi. Payne is trying to figure out what the call was. So they called Galver out for being out of the batter's box. Now they're going to have a discussion with the base umpire. They called Calderon out. He was just standing with the bat on his shoulder, and they called him out. I'm not sure what that was all about. I don't know if it was because he stepped out of the batter's box. If the pitch was ready to pitch and he stopped because the batter stepped out and the umpire said strike 3 and the hitter is out, what a bizarre inning this is. I have no idea what that call is. I've never seen it. I don't know how to describe it. But there's 2 weird outs in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss by Henry Manzanello. He struck out, hit a home run, fly to center field. Hit a shot over the left field fence just inside the foul pole. Reaches for it, pops it up behind first base. Long run by the second baseman, makes a great play. Spencer with a great diving catch just inside the foul line. That's an ESPN highlight. So the bizarre 6th inning is over. The double by Benzin goes by the boards. We finished 6 in this Greater Boston League battle. 6-2, English over Revere. 3, 4, and 5 for Revere as we start the 7th inning. High and tight for a ball. Braden sacked the catcher, walked, grounded the second twice. He's made a couple of very nice defensive plays. One very nice defensive play. They're trying to get the car out in right center field to shut his lights off. Now he's just going to he's not going to watch the game. He pulled in to watch the game. When they asked him to shut his lights off, he said, I'll just leave. But there's still lights out in right field. They haven't asked him to shut those off. In for a strike. This has been a wacky night with buses all over the place. The lights at Manning Field not being on for the game, then on after the game. Now they ask the car to shut the lights off, but they don't ask the other car to shut their lights off. Out at first base. You lose a step diving and sliding into first base. Here's Zanella with a rocket rifle shot. Throws Sack out. He dove head first, but that slows you down. You got to keep running. Tom Balia reached center fielder's choice, grounded to second, grounded to third. Revere, 2 outs left. They don't have a base hit. In for a strike. Low for a ball. Second inning of work for Gilmer. He came into relief in the fifth. Got the last out. Balia bailing out, fell down. The ball was on the inside corner for a strike. Revere has not agreed with a lot of the calls by the plate umpire. High for a ball. Hit up the middle, that's the first base hit. Pellier, who was the starting pitcher, punches it up the middle. That's the first hit for Revere of the night. The only threat they had was in the fifth when they got 2 walks and 2 errors. Joe Angulo struck out, walked, and he scored one of the runs. The pitch is in for a strike. So he's walked twice after striking out, and he scored the second run. That's when Revere cut it to 3-2. In for strike 2. That one bounces off the catcher. Pellier goes to second base. So they've had a runner in scoring position, Revere, in every inning. But they only had the 1 inning where English made 2 errors to give them 2 runs. Hit foul back. Revere is down to their last strike. Off the catcher again. That's a pass ball. That went right off the catcher. He just didn't catch it. Missing for ball 4. Nine walks given up by English pitching. English is questioning the count. It's going to stand as a walk. Josh Algabi walked, line to the shortstop, reached on an error. Bounces away, the runner will go to second. So second and third. Algadi has to get on to bring the tying run to home plate. And he does. A solid hit to center field is going to score 2 runs. So it's 6-4 as 2 runs scores. And all of a sudden the tying run is at home plate. George Papalambros has struck out twice and reached on an error. And we'll get a pinch runner at first base. Dooney Who will run at first base, it looks like. So Revere not going quietly. They get their first 2 hits of the game here in the 7th inning to go along with another walk. Nine walks given up by English pitching. 2 of them have scored. The 2 runs that 3 of them have scored. Swing and a miss. And again, this is the hitter that drastically steps towards the English dugout, swinging it. He's close to the plate, but he winds up almost out of the batter's box. He got a base hit. It's bobbled out in the outfield. So another error by English. They stopped at second base. And the right fielder bobbled it. And that moved the runner to third. So all of a sudden the tying runner's on base. They didn't have a hit in the inning. They got 3 hits. Nick Rupp, the right fielder, is the hitter. He has struck out, walked, and bounced to second. Just a little love tap out to right center field. And then when the runner stopped at second, and when they stopped at second, they turned around, bobbled it, and the runner took off and went to third. So the tying runners at first base, we're going to have a new pitcher for the Bulldogs. Kenry Manzanillo will try to end it for English. Nick Rupp, the right fielder, will try to keep it going. So Revere, their fans have come to life. English fans have quieted down. They're holding their breath. As all of a sudden, it was 6-2, now it's 6-4. And the tying runs are on base. So Revere certainly has a pulse. In for a strike. He stepped out of the batter's box, swung and missed at that pitch. That was way inside. He was almost swinging to protect himself. Way out of the batter's box, stepping away. Strike 3 called, it gets away. And the runner is going to reach. No, he's not. He can run with first base is occupied, but with 2 outs he can go. So he's safe at first base. He's out because there's only 1 out. If there was 2 outs, he would have been safe. I forgot there wasn't 2 outs. There are now 2 outs. The tying run moves to second base. I thought he was going to reach because there were 2 outs. He can run with first base occupied with 2 outs. But he's out with the strikeout. Pitch was way over his head, way inside, and he swung at it. Frankie Annunziata struck out, walked, grounded to second. Missed for a ball. Revere, the 9th hitter up. They're a swing of the bat away from tying the game up. In for a strike, 1 and 2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Manzanillo comes in and gets 2 strikeouts. And English is going to survive and win it by a score of 6-4. English got 2 in the first inning. Benson singled. The pickoff went astray at first base. He was at second, went to second on a hit by Calderon. Calderon stole second. A base hit by Galva brought in the run, and then a base hit. A wild pitch brought Benson home. And then the RBI hit by Galva made it 2-0. They made it 3-0 in the third. A home run over the left field fence by Manzanillo made it 3-0. Revere got 2 in the 5th. Back-to-back walks, back-to-back errors made it 3-2. They were back in the game. And then English in the bottom of the 5th. Galva got a base hit, stole second, went to third in a wild pitch. Scored on a single by Calderon, and then Calderon walked around on Galva's 2-run home run to make it 6-2. Revere made it interesting in the 7th inning. After an out, Belia got the first hit of the game for Revere. He went to second on a wild pitch, third on a pass ball. Angulo walked, went to second on a wild pitch. El Gabi got the second hit of the game, knocking in 2 runs to make it 6-4. Palambro's got a base hit, a strikeout that went to the backstop, moved the runner to second and third 2 outs. Manzanillo got his second strikeout of the game to end it and win it for English 6-4. So they'll survive over Revere here as they go to 3-4. For English, Galva had a single, scored a run. He had the other base hit that said he was out of the batter's box on the bunt. Benson had a single, a double, scored a run. Calderon had 2 singles, scored 2. Pieto actually scored one of those running for him, had an RBI. Manzanillo had the home run, knocking in a run. Galva had a big night. He had a single, knocking in a run, had a 2-run home run. So he scored 1, knocked in 3. Wilfredo Perez had a single and a walk. Richardson walked twice. Pena had a walk. Hernandez had a base hit. English tried to give it away. They walked 9 batters. They had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning with 1 out. And then Revere got 3 hits in the inning, left the tying runs in scoring position, and English wins it by a score of 6-4 to go to 3-4 on the season. Revere will drop to 3-5. So 6-4 English over Revere. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.